Hello friends, how are you? I hope you're doing really well. It's been an interesting day here. But today I wanted to carry on from yesterday and when we started talking about the higher faculties that you can use to really shape your destiny. Now, as part of doing a PGI course, I was gifted the amazing Magic in Your Mind sessions that Bob recorded with Morressey. And these were so interesting, and what it was a 6-week course where we did a video lesson and we did some analysis, some critical thinking and writing down some stuff and some journaling. We was encouraged to journal every day. So and it was a deep dive into the higher faculties. Now the thing is with thinking into results and magic in your mind, you can do it. And you can go back 6 months, and because your awarenesses have changed, because you've changed, different things are going to come up and you're going to feel differently and you're going to react differently. But we had a week on each of the higher faculties. So week 1 was the imagination. And this is what Albert Einstein said about imagination. He said, logic will get you from A to B, imagination will get you everywhere. So we had a dive into the imagination. And on day 2, we have a quote every day. And day 2 quote, which is so interesting, is, those who dream by day are cognizant of many things that escape those who dream only at night. And that was Edgar Allan Poe. And we had to start writing down all the images that would pop into our mind during a day. We had to write it down in a journal and start sorting through them. Day 3, we started analysing how, critically thinking, how those applied to our external world, how we had created the current reality we was living in, our beliefs and ideas, our perceptions. And we carried on throughout the week. We started looking at our goals. And there's some things in here I really wanted to go through with you because they're so interesting. It says, today, take your journal and get very honest with yourself when answering these important questions. And I'd love you to do this. Have a real good think about this. And go back into some of my other lives because I talk about goal setting and how we was taught it into thinking into results. So the first question, how do you approach goal setting? Well, I have set mine up as A, B and C goals. I do have some little A goals because I think it's kind of cool to have some smaller goals that you can achieve. We have some B type goals and we have the big C type goal. And Bob always said, as you go towards your big goal, the little ones all line up and carry on with you. And the second question, how often am I stretching myself to limits beyond what I thought I was capable? Really important question. Third question, do I expect and believe I will achieve the life I really want? It's really interesting when you sit alone, because often when there's somebody else there in front of us, we can go, yeah, of course. But when you're really alone, do you really believe? Do you have faith that you can create the life you want to create? And this really did take us into it, and we had obviously the video that went with it every day. Day 5, it was all coming together with the imagination. Do you think yourself as creative? Michelangelo said, I saw the angel in the marble and I carved until I set him free. It says, as you go through your day to day, take conscious control of your inherent creativity. Allow yourself to be creative in a way that is positive and productive for the life you really want. Spend time visualizing your goals, journaling your affirmations, and letting your mind wander to unexplored territories. And the imagination really is an amazing thing. We can really build the imagination. And, so often we're told as kids to stop daydreaming in class and things. But daydreaming is, the power of the imagination is truly amazing. And you can really build the imagination. And it links into intuition. A lot of these higher faculties will link in together. So when you have a really important goal, it's really important to spend time every day visualizing and imagining that goal and bringing all your senses together when you are imagining that goal. So maybe you have a dream to take a far off exotic vacation. You know, somewhere I've always wanted to go is to Australia. And don't just think, oh, I'd like to go to Australia, that's a goal, and write it down. What you need to do is actually spend time each day with your eyes shut in meditation and really build the visualization. Imagine yourself boarding that plane at the airport to go to Australia. You're checking in, you're talking to people, you're taking that flight. What are you wearing? Who are you talking to? Who are you sitting next to? What are you saying to the people around you on the plane? What are your plans when you get there? Where are you staying first when you arrive in Australia? What activities are you going to do? Maybe you're going to visit Allura. Maybe you're going to go to the Great Barrier Reef. Maybe you're going to visit Bondi Beach. Who knows? Build the vision, build the fantasy, and really build it up. And you build this visualization every day. Now, Neville Goddard will talk about awakened imagination so much. And the feeling is the secret. And when you keep building and building this visualization of your goal, and you get to a point where you feel the wish fulfilled, as Neville would say, and he recommends you do this as you're going into sleep, because you are implanting this into your subconscious mind, and you're changing what your reticular activating system is going to show you in the day. But it also has kind of like a magical essence to it. And I think there's far more powerful things in this world than we can ever imagine. And we are connected to energy and infinite intelligence and source energy, or God or Buddha or Allah or whatever you want to call it. There is a magical element, and when you start bringing forth this imagination and your intuition and using these higher faculties and striving towards your goals and improving yourself and becoming your best version, your behaviours start to change, your actions start to change, your results start to change, and the universe kind of lines up for you. And I've said so many times of my own life, now I'm on the right path, things just seem to be falling into place. And it's crazy how that works, but it all starts in your imagination, and you have to believe it. And the more times you sit there and imagine yourself in the scenario that you most want to achieve, your big goal, your biggest dream of your life, the one that you want more than anything, you have to do that every day and build it, because the more times you build into that imagination, it's when it's going to come into reality for you. It really does. I have no idea how it works in the realm of the esoteric world, if you like, but so really do have some fun with your imagination. You know, maybe you've got a goal to run the London Marathon. Okay, you've always wanted to do the London Marathon. Really see yourself building into that vision. You know, what trainers are you going to be wearing? What days are you going to be training on in the beginning? You start your training process. Where are you going to run? Who are you going to practice with? Who are you going to go into the marathon with? Maybe you're going to do it with a friend. Maybe you're going to wear a crazy outfit. Imagine yourself, build this whole vision, not just of you crossing the line, but the whole process. Really build this imagination up in your mind. You know, see yourself running, see what you're wearing, hear the crowds cheering for you. You know, imagine yourself coming up to the water table and grabbing a bottle of water and feeling that cold water pour over your head because you're so hot from running. Do what it takes to build the vision and the fantasy in the imagination, because this is the key to miracles or seeming miracles. And Neville would often say, when it comes about and it happens and all the parts line up, all the synchronicities happen, it will just feel like normality. All these things come together. I hope you've enjoyed today. So please, please use your imagination. It is the most amazing tool you have. And even Napoleon Hill said that. Build the vision, build the fantasy. And anyone who has ever been truly successful has had a vision, a dream that they fed into and that they built in their imagination and they kept building and they held on to. It's really important and it's really cool and it really does work. Love to you all. Have an amazing evening and I will see you tomorrow.